Hey guys, how are we doing? Texas Coin Digger here. Recently a buddy of mine asked me what it took to get into metal detecting. He's got some property and he would like to swing a coil over it because he thinks there may be some neat stuff there. He asked me what kind of machine he should buy. Well, you know, that's a trick question. It really depends on what he's trying to hunt for, whether he's going to stay in the hobby, how much money he has, all kinds of things. So the best thing to do when you've got a friend that is interested in getting into the hobby is make a machine available to him. Now, I know we all don't have extra machines laying around, but a lot of us do. Whether it be our original Ace 250 that we purchased or maybe even something better that we've upgraded from. So we've got a machine that's just setting. It may not be the easiest machine to use or the best machine. It may be a $99 bounty hunter. But you started with it and it was good enough for you to get into the hobby and determine whether or not you wanted to pursue it. It's good enough for a friend. So this buddy wants to get into metal detecting and needs a machine. The machine I have available is the Whites XLT. Now that's an elaborate machine. It has programming and all kinds of things that you can get into. It can be difficult if you make it difficult. But just like all machines, it has preset programs that can be used. So you can turn it on and go. I'm going to put a link below to the White series of instructional videos that are available on YouTube. So you can check those out if you're interested in the XLT and you want information on what it takes to pick one up and program. But what I want to show is just how to turn the machine on and go and get the most out of it. So we're going to talk about the preset programs and the one most important feature, I believe, for any metal detector. So stay tuned. So here we are, guys. We're going to power up the XLT. And again, details on how to run this machine can be found out on YouTube. There's a 10-part series from Whites. Okay, we did a battery check. Now we're going to go to the preset programs, which you can see is the top selection on the menu, and hit enter. And this is going to bring up the list of programs that Whites has put into the machine. And I'm just going to scroll through those right quick so you can see there's quite a few of them, and then there's even some custom slots at the end so you can create your own program and save it. As we progress down with the programs on the list, you're looking at maximum discrimination all the way to minimum discrimination, basically. Think of it that way. To get started, for the guy that's never hunted with the XLT, I'm going to put him on jewelry and beach. So that'll allow us to pick up just about everything. Iron's discriminated, but we're going to use that setting. Hit enter. It's going to take us through our ground balance process. Of course, in here we're not going to be able to balance, but it's telling us to raise the coil to waist level and press enter, and we'll wait for a beep. And now it's going to tell us to lower it to the ground and do the same, and we're going to do that. And we're going to get a tone indicating that it was unable to balance, but that's okay. It'll still let you go and hunt. Now there's one important change we want to make, and that is our tone ID. So we're going to go back into menu. Okay. We're going to go down to Pro Options, hit enter, Audio, hit enter, and we're going to scroll down until we see Tone ID. Here we go, Tone ID. We can toggle up with our enter switch, enter button. Tone ID selected. We just pull the trigger and we've set it up in the beach and jewelry mode with Tone ID. Now let me show you the advantages of having Tone ID. I'm going to swing a few things under the coil and you can tell the tone difference between them. Here is a gold ring, nickel, here's a zinc, here's a dime, and here's a quarter. So you see there's a distinct difference between those tones. And what this allows the hunter to do is basically swing along until he detects a higher tone. And when you get a higher tone, then you fish it out and try to make a determination on whether or not it's solid. There's a lot of other tools here that'll help you do that. The signograph, of course, we got the icons and all that. The numbers are great. Anyway, there's, again, detailed instructions in the 10-part series from Whites. But if you're gonna pick up one of the Whites machines that has the feature, definitely use the Tone ID. One other detail worth mentioning, now that you've gone through the trouble of going into the menu and setting up the Tone ID, you can turn the machine off, and when you turn it back on, if you will depress the trigger, it will automatically go to the last settings you had in the machine. So there's no need in setting it up every time. Of course, if you're at a new location, you'll want to go through your ground balancing process, but if not, you can set the machine down and turn it off, pick it back up, power it back on, pull the trigger, and it will go right back to where it was set. So you'll have your Tone ID set just like before, and you'll be ready to hunt. I know that a lot of us have to sell our old machines to upgrade and move up, but if by chance you have a spare machine sitting around, make it available to the guy that thinks he may want to get into it. You may end up with a new hunting buddy, and he may buy the machine from you. Who knows? With that, good luck, happy hunting, go find some silver. Take care.